I pushed the button. What happened? Did I push the button? I swear I pushed the button. Button! Where's my button? Oh my god, we're lagging. We're all crazed. Oh, can the lag catch up? Can the lag catch up? I don't know. Can the lag catch up? Look at that. We're all jittery. We're all weird. We're out here living in the world of jittery computering. Well, let's see. Currently right now. Oh, the GPU is like going crazy. Why is my GPU going crazy? I don't know. Why is it using so much of my GPU right now? Let's find out. Control-Alt-Delete right at the beginning of the show to check the task manager. Let's see what's running so much of my GPU. 40% on the broadcast. Okay, that's correct. Why is my GPU going so crazy right now? Let's see. Scroll. I don't know. It's a mystery. Oh my god. Why is my GPU at like 100%? That's crazy. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to disconnect that and see what happens. Because that's the only change that I've made today. But welcome to the show. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. My GPU is running at maximum right now, and I don't know why. That is super weird. Okay, welcome to another show that is Bizarro Town. I don't know why my GPU is at 98% right now. And I can't figure out why. I don't know why. Something must be running somewhere, and I can't figure it out. Through the cursory look that I just made. I just looked. Let's go over GPU. Why is the GPU running so hot? It's at 99% right now. That is weird. What is running so crazy? Oh my god, my GPU is running at 100%, and I don't know why. That is wild. Those of you that are wondering, that's my video card. A GPU is your video card, and I don't know why it's running at 100% right now. I'm not even doing anything that should be running this. It's running 3D for some reason. On what? Video encode 1 and 2, yeah. Engine 15, okay. Compute, copy. Why is it? It shouldn't be copying anything. It's not okay. It's not copying anything. It's doing 3D for some reason right now. I don't know why. Oh my god, that's so weird. Okay, well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's running my GPU at 100%. This is buck wild. It is buck wild, guys. I don't know why this is happening. And some people would say turn it off. I say push it to catastrophic failure, I think. That's generally, that would be generally my hot take, right? It's just push it until it blows up, I think. Do we agree? Should we poll in the chat? Start a poll. Start a poll. Push it to the max? Yes or no? Let's see what you all say. All right, time to poll. It's poll time, you weirdos. We got to do a poll in the chat. I don't know why it's running 3D. I don't know why it's running 3D. It's insane. I don't know. I have no games running. Hold on. Okay, we'll close that. I have like no games running. All right, let's close this. Okay, we'll close that. Okay, we'll close that. Then we go over here. We disconnected all file transfer. Right, that's fine. Okay, minimize that. We don't need that. What could possibly be running my GPU like this? I don't know. I'm just confused at this point. Welcome to the beginning of the show where I'm super confused. If you're on Replay Team 6, shout out in the comments. Let us know what's up. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Everyone says push it to the max. We'll see what happens. We got enough votes. That's enough votes. 10-1. We're going 10-1 on the votes. Just like Thelma and Louise. Pedal to the metal. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. If my GPU explodes, we'll end the stream. We'll know why. Like we say at work, what did you do wrong when it stopped working? I haven't done anything today that would be this GPU intensive. I was moving some files. I was transferring files. There's a question as to whether or not this Sabrent file transfer dongle is the only thing that's been added to the system. So and all that should do is just read SD cards. So I don't know how that could possibly make my GPU run this hot, but here we are. Oh, it's like physically running hot. You can actually feel the hot air coming out of it. It may explode. I don't know. So be warned. This might be the last live stream for a while I get a new video card. If this one explodes. I mean, I guess I could steal one from that computer if I need be, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, regardless. Hey, what's up? It's Monday the 13th. We're going to close this poll because it's filling up my chat with nonsense. Okay, anyhow, everybody hit the like button because we're going to need likes. We're going to need likes because we'll probably have to replace the GPU. I don't know why it's overheating right now, but it is. But here we are. Here we are. We're doing it. We don't know why. We don't know why that's happening. Where'd my task manager go? All right, we'll open up the task manager one more time and take a look at it and see what it is. Yeah, I mean, it literally says my GPU is running 3D right now for some reason. It's running 3D encoding. I don't know why. There shouldn't be anything that is running 3D on my system, but it is. So that's weird and not normal. Disabled, 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 disabled. All this stuff is disabled. Yeah, very weird. Very weird. I don't know. I don't know why. Oh, and that. Yeah, end process. Adobe update. Not allowed. Okay, that's fine. Adobe that. Not allowed. Okay. So I don't really know what's running. What is running 3D? What is doing it? I don't know. This is one of those things where I would be silently doing this and people would think, wow, look at him being so smart, making a scrunchy face and being angry and scrolling through all of the running programs. SVC host, those are all normal. Stream web helper, those are all normal. What is this? Oh, that's the printer? Okay, that's a spools is printer. That's right. Runtime, that's normal. Broker, security, no, that's all normal. I don't know. I don't know what's doing it, but it's befuddling. We're running it at 97%. We've dropped down from 99. Oh, back up to 99. Okay, there we go. And it's saying the XSplit broadcaster is what's using the highest utilization, but it's only using 40% like it normally is. So I don't know. Very weird. Very weird, guys. Let's see. XSplit is normal. The XSplit's all doing the normal stuff that it normally does. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I don't know. It's very weird. And unfortunately, I think to make a change, I think I would have to turn my computer off and turn it back on, and I don't think we're going to reboot during the show. So, screw it. Oh my God, guys, we've got $3 towards the new GPU. We might need a new GPU. I don't know what's going on. I'm guessing it's fine, but I don't know why it's running at such high optimization. Maybe we need to put 3D glasses on and see if you're in 3D. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Linda thinks that she sees smoke. I don't see any smoke. I'm good. I don't smell any smoke or fire. No smoke or fire, but warm. It definitely is extra warm. Ah. Yeah. Hot to the touch if you touch it with your finger. We learned that today. If you touch hot stuff with your finger, it's hot. Okay, Frank Dominguez was first to the chat. The zombie drummer was second to the chat. Going to listen while I drive home. I appreciate that. We're all out here in daylight savings time, guys. Well, now I'm sneezing, so who knows. Aubrey is here. Noser138. What's up, Skog Shrimp and Stuff with the internets? What's up, man? Linda Worth. Richard Volman is here. I haven't seen Richard Volman in a long time. How you doing? The Offish. Yep. It's weird. It's war. Banks crashing, and the Turks don't let us join NATO. Anyway, all good with you guys? Yeah, man. It depends on which country won't. You gotta clarify on which country's not allowed to join NATO. But if you're talking about Ukraine, I feel like 100% Ukraine should be able to join NATO. Oh yeah. Well, we all need coffee sometimes, don't we? Why is the GPU going insane? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea why the GPU is burning hot today. I don't know. I don't know. I tried to figure it out, but I probably have some Max Headroom style going on, right? Some jittery video, Max Headroom style. But either way, we move on. We find out what happens. We see if smoke comes out of it. If it bursts into flames, it'll be exciting. Well, the unfortunate part is that you guys will probably not be able to see the excitement. Yeah, you guys probably won't be able to see the excitement. Is it just on my side that the audio is slightly out of sync? No, I'm telling you it's out of sync because the GPU is going insane right now. Big time. I'm wondering if I could just restart. Yeah, I'm probably going to do it. It's just going to irritate the whole entire show. So keep chatting because I'm going to restart. All right. I think I got it. Oh my God, I think I got it. Ha! Nothing quite like unplugging the power and plugging it back in again. You know what I'm saying? Suck it, Trebek. You know what I'm talking about. There we go. Okay. Well, whatever was going on with the GPU, the process of turning it off and turning it back on again was the solution that we all wanted to avoid, and yet it was the solution that we needed. It was the solution that we were required. Is required a difficult word to say? I don't know. After daylight savings time, anything is possible, right? So thank you for everyone for hanging around and staying whilst we had technical difficulties. Oh my God, look at the viewer engagement during the drop-off. Which is weird, you know. You have to end the stream for a little bit. You have to end the stream for a little bit. Viewer engagement goes down. But to answer Michael Boulos, was it Boulos's question? Who asked it? Michael asked it, I think. I didn't know one could restart and still have the channel running chat. That's right. You can leave the stream going and then just output. You could restart your output to the stream. I learned that a while ago with previous technical difficulties of the other computer that got shot with a gun. It got put down. That computer got put down because, well, long story short, Intel is a crappy company and they suck. And they refuse to make... Well, AMD sucks too, but Intel sucks specifically because I had an Intel chip in that computer, and then they upgraded to a different chip socket design, right? And then you couldn't buy anything of the chips that were on the old socket. You couldn't buy any of those chips. They just weren't available. So I had a whole entire computer that was dead because the CPU processor had died, and it would have cost more money to buy the old backstock of a computer chip than to just build a whole new computer, which is where this computer came from. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was a very long time ago, long before, it was before the pandemic, right? We had problems. Hey, guys. We had problems before the pandemic. You guys remember that? Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember that there were problems before COVID? Do you guys remember that? What is it? Partridge Farms? What is it? Partridge Farms? They remember, right? What happened? Did we get kicked off the internet? What happened here? Oh, okay. No, we're fine. I don't know. Something spazzed out. What is it? Pepperidge Farms. Pepperidge Farms remembers. I couldn't remember that. Oh, I couldn't remember that. You know, there was a guy that I played soccer with whose dad, he owned one of the Pepperidge Farms distributor things. Like I thought that he like owned the company or something. Once I got older, I realized through more adult conversations that it was like, oh, he doesn't own Pepperidge Farms. He just owns one of the distributors, distributor parts. Yeah. But very cool guy. His name was Tao, and he was rad. And I liked that guy a lot. And I lost touch with him because as we all get older, I was watching a, what do you call it? It's not a documentary. It's just like somebody does a piece on some science that is happening, and they were talking about the isolation of American men. And now I don't know if this is the same around the world because they didn't seem to have they didn't have information regarding that. So I don't know if this is just a Western world thing, first world problem, whatever, that kind of deal. Who the hell knows? I don't. Somebody out there knows. Maybe you guys know. Let me know in the chat. Later viewers, let me know in the comments. Replay Team 6. Like button. Subscribe. Do all the crap. Become a member. We need members. We need more members, okay? It's important. Now, anyhow, we'll do the membership pitch later. Anyhow, I was watching this piece, and they were talking about isolation of American men, and that, like, throughout your life, American men are going to get more and more isolated. They're going to have less and less friends as the years go by. And there was two things here that I might take away. First off, I don't want to succumb to that, okay? I don't want to become super isolated. But on the other side of the coin, I start to think, yeah, I could kind of see where those guys are coming from. It's like all this stuff seems like a gigantic pain in the ass of like dealing with people and all that stuff. And it's like all I want to do is I just want to stare off into the sky and watch a cloud go around or something. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, is there peace and quiet? Can I have peace and quiet? Do I want that? Now, I don't know if this is something that happens in the rest of the world, but it seems to be happening in the United States seriously, to the point where like dudes don't even seem to have very many close friends by the time they're 60 years old. And well, I'm 42 now. I'm getting closer to 60 than I am not. And I wonder how I'm going to mitigate that. Then I started thinking, the F. Like I got this situation in my life where I don't get to hang out with the boys or buddies very often, right? Now I'm busy. I got a kid. I got a job. I'm remodeling my garage for a new fish room office, which is exciting, and it's coming along. And that's definitely eating up a lot of time. But then also at the same time, I don't know if I'm really reaching out the way that I should. And I was thinking, what has happened in my life that would apply to this? And I don't want to make every single thing about my sobriety, right? But this specifically applies to sobriety, right? I got sober in the AA, Alcoholics Anonymous program. I don't know. I was going to AA meetings, basically, is the way to put it, right? There are people there who got sober. There are people there who got sober who have answers to questions that you have, right? There are people there who will sponsor you on your sober journey, right? And one of the big tenets of Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, whatever, is that the final step in that program is you becoming a sponsor to somebody else, right? So that somebody else can call you when things are weird, right? And I realize that one of the biggest parts of this is that they're building community, right? Building community and having those community connections and all of that comes with it is profoundly important for the human experience, right? If we're all super isolated, it's so easy to just get lost up in your own BS, not really know what's going on, having problems like interacting with just things that are happening around you. And one of the things that Alcoholics Anonymous supplies to the people that go to the meetings and stuff is a sense of community. People there are all from all walks of life, whether you be Asian, black, white, brown, Native American, whatever. I don't know. I'm sure there's other. Maybe you're New Zealand. Maybe you're Polynesian. I don't know. Right? Everyone there from all walks of life. White collar, blue collar, hard workers, non-workers, philosophers. There's every walk of life that is there. And there's this one thing that is a continuity between all of them is that, hey, we're all trying to get sober and we're all trying to improve our lives more or less, right? And there's that thread there of continuity. I am 8 years and 10 months sober because of being able to be a part of that community, which equals 3,226 days, right? That is 3,226 days. 3,000. I need to find the comma. 226 days, right? That I've been sober and have been at the very least somewhat connected to some other people, right? You know, I don't want to name names, but there is a list of men that I could call and just go like, "Hey, buddy, like I'm having problems, man. What do you think about this? Hey, what's this deal? What's going on with that?" Because most people I could call and go like, "Oh my God, the Seahawks signed Geno Smith to a $20 million contract or whatever," and we could have a football talk. We could talk about I don't know. This is a really stupid example, but like, oh, the Rolling Stones are going. They're going on tour again, right? We could all talk about that crap, and it's not important. It's important to have those conversations because it's kind of fun just to talk about goofy, nonsensical, dumb stuff that may or may not impact your life. Sure, but you know, if I'm like, dude, my wife, blah blah, right, or my kid, oh, you know, and like, something's happening. All right, what is this? What is this? Hold on. I'm going to mute you guys for just a second. I got a phone.
Accident Claims Helpline. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good.
The reason for my call today is to inform you that we have been reported about that you were involved in an auto accident in the last couple of years. And the compensation amount for being innocent at the time of accident has not been delivered yet. Is this correct?
Oh, yes. I need so much of the crash money. Oh, man, the robot's hung up on me again, guys. Oh, man. Shucks. I was going to get that crash money. Darn it, guys. I was going to get that crash money. Next time I'm going to get that imaginary crash money. I think the imaginary crash money that they were calling me about was probably really, really important. I'm sure it was really important and profound. I'm sure. Rebecca Lowry is here saying, yeah, there's some meddling kids calling my phone. You know what I mean? They're calling. You know, they're calling those meddling kids. Why is it suddenly so hot in here? I have no idea. The GPU is not overheating now. It's only at 20%. Why is it hot? Maybe it's residual. I don't know. Anyhow. So, you know, but like I was talking about, like making those community connections were like vastly and profoundly important, I think, in probably everybody's life, right? And it really boils down to, like, how can you make those community connections? Like, how are you going to do that? What's interesting is I moved to a new area, right? You guys are well aware that we had to move from our place down in Tacoma. We moved up here, just better work opportunity. Like I work for the co-op full time now instead of part time. Most of you guys know that. We're working on a lot of projects. We got a lot of things happening, and it's great. But we moved up here for that, and we also moved up here because we actually have a lot more family and stuff that like live up here, up in the north end as opposed to the south end, and we're like happy. We're happy with this change here. Now, a month or two ago, I was talking with my neighbor, who happens to be a school teacher, very cool guy, and you know, we were talking about like what do we do as a community to try and get more things going locally, right? Admittedly, we do live in a suburban type area. Like, we're on the cusp of suburban / farms over there, right? And so we're trying to figure out, like, well, how can we get more like community things going on? Because there are a lot of people living in the area. We might not know each other. We might not know what's going on. And this was last weekend, and then last weekend we went to our neighbor's house for their daughter's birthday party, where they had like a whole bunch of family was over and stuff. And I was talking with my neighbor, and he's essentially said, you know what, let's just start doing it. So April 1st, we're going to be going to the first community roundup. So he talked to the local library, and said, hey, can I do this on this Saturday? That was the 1st of April. I believe it's that Saturday, right? And yeah, the 1st of April. I've got it on my calendar. Look at that. This guy. Actually send out flyers, put out flyers and everybody on people's doors and their mailboxes and stuff. Hey, the community, meet here Saturday, potluck or not, or whatever. Just come. All the kids are welcome, all that kind of stuff. Like, just come and try and meet neighbors and let's talk about some of the stuff that we want done in our neighborhood, right? And it's great. It's amazing to see that, like, we're headed in let's get the community together. Let's get a conversation going. Let's get a thing where we can start calling our local legislators and start doing the stuff, right? So that is profound, because I was trying to think of a way that same type of community could be brought to just the average person when you don't have like that common thread of like, hey, we're all trying to get sober and this is important and it's life and death, right? It's not, you can't just like apply that to somebody else, right? You can't just apply the life and death situation to somebody without, like, the problems like alcoholism and drug addiction, right? Like, you can't just like gift that to your neighbor or whatever. But we do have a common thread. The common thread is that we all live near each other, right? We all live in the same area, and we're all probably pissed off at the same idiot driving his motorcycle like a maniac up and down the street, right? And we're all going like, hey, this guy driving his motorcycle up and down the street, we got to do something about this. This is crazy, right? And we do live on kind of a side road, and a lot of people use this side road to go around a congested traffic light, right? There's a congested traffic light because there's a train crossing, and then the freeway is right near there. So, and people are getting off the freeway, and then there's a big train will go by, And there's no moving the train. We're going to move the train tracks. That's never going to go anywhere, right? Like the train's always just going to be in the way when the train's in the way. That's just how it goes. But people will come down our street because we're like, I don't know, 30 blocks from there or whatever. But there's a turnoff where you could come down this road and go around all that traffic, right? So then people would be like, they'd be busting, going super fast on our side road here. And our side road, it's not a go fast road, right? It's not a go fast road. This speed limit, the speed maximum is 25, right? You got to be chilling, dude. You got to be chilling. You got to be going slow. There's little kids out here running around. There's people, old people with dogs. We got old people with dogs and stuff, and we ain't got no sidewalks, bro. So I know that one of the things that's going to be brought up is 100%. We got to put in some sidewalks. My argument is currently we got to put in some speed bumps. We got to put in some speed bumps because speed bumps are easy to put in. They should be cheap. They should just get it done, and they don't have to modify the roads or dig anything up or nothing. Just put in a bunch of speed bumps, paint them yellow. People will stop racing up and down this road. They'll go like, oh, just so much longer to drive along all the speed bumps. Yeah, night flight. That's what I was saying. Speed bumps. But we can't modify it ourselves. We have to have them do it. Otherwise, you can get in trouble if you start putting your own speed bumps out there. As the zombie drummer says, you can't be busting on them side roads. You know what I'm talking about. You can't be out here busting and doing burnouts and shit. You can't be doing it. You just can't. Oh, my God, I swore I probably got demonetized. I got demonetized on 4 videos. Notifications sent to me the other week. And I also I got a copyright claim on a video from 4 years ago. Somebody claimed the audio content. If you guys remember, I had an editor. I had a video editor for like the month that Vicky was giving birth to Olivia. Maybe 2 months. I don't know. It seems like a short period of time now. Maybe it was 3 months. Who knows? But either way, a protracted period of time. Somebody that wasn't professionally a video editor was helping me edit videos, and I'm very humbled, gracious, grateful. I have all of those words for the help that I got, and I'm not mad that one of the songs happens to get copyright claimed 4 years later. I frankly don't care, but it's super funny that like 4 years later, the algorithmically operated robot machine learning nonsense is going through old fish videos on YouTube to try and like squeeze some pennies out of a channel that had used a song between the 9-minute and 11-minute section of the time lapse. You know, the time lapse of doing stuff. That song got copyright claimed. I don't know how many pennies they're going to get out of it. I don't know. 15 cents, 10 cents, 3, 0? Maybe the number might be 0. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, I don't know why I got hot in here, but I went and turned my fan on, and you know how it is during my show. I might just get up and leave. That's the weird thing. I'll be doing a live stream. I'll be streaming onto the internet. I might just get up and leave, dude. You never know. I might just leave during my own show. I know that last week I accidentally left the stream on for like an hour after I got done with the stream. I had to run to the hardware store and get something. I can't remember what I had to do. I had to go grab something. Oh, it was the staple gun for the insulation. Oh yeah, okay. That's one of the things we want to talk about. I got the staple gun for the insulation, and boy howdy, I've got a lot of the insulation done. We had to get some of that hard, rigid insulation for these little tiny areas, and the area up in the ceiling in between it's all kind of stupid. But we got the staple gun, and boy howdy, did that go so much faster than the hand stapler. Ka-clack, ka-clack, ka-clack. Right. I went and grabbed a stapler. Luckily, it was only like $29. It's a bummer. I know. It's a bummer that I had to buy it again. But it was $29, and it made the work go at least $29 faster. Significantly more than that, I would say, honestly, in my opinion. So we needed that. I already had the air compressor set up. It was all good. We plugged it in. We started putting in some insulation. We shot some video about it. Hopefully I have an edited video for you guys this week. I was working on editing the video last week, and half of the crap I said over and over again. I said a lot of the same stuff, and I was like, I got to re-record this. So we'll probably be going back to do some reshoots of that video because it's been about a month, and I'd like to get you guys the next update on what's going on out there, and you can actually look at it with your eyeballs instead of just hearing me speak words to you, and you'd be like, insulation, yeah, I get it. Beepity boppity boop, right? Catherine Thomas says, oh man, my neighborhood is crazy drama. There's always the neighbors that hate with a passion. Yeah, I don't know about that. Most of the people I've met here are pretty fantastic. I'm sure there's probably like a lot of different political leanings because I've discussed some of them with them. We definitely do have some. We have some MAGA types, and then we've got some rainbow flag types, and we've got some indifferent types, right? So we've got a lot of, not a ton of culture necessarily, and when you talk about like big time diversity, but it is a diverse group when you really kind of like start to like, hey, who's that? Who's this? What? Like, oh, you're a school teacher. Oh, you're a plumber. Oh, you just like, you work the cash register. Oh, a housewife. Okay. Yeah, you start to kind of go down the list of like, oh yeah, there are a bunch of people here that have been doing a whole bunch of different stuff their whole lives. So, but there is like a large retired contingent where I live. So there are some definitely some older folks living around here too. So we got some some middle-aged. I don't know if we have any young people living here. I haven't seen any. Well, actually, scratch that. I did meet like a 20-something couple the other day. So it is possible for there to be like the 20-somethings living around here, right? Oh, the Roaring 20s. You guys remember the Roaring 20s, right? Nightfly says, oh, construction trucks do that on my street. They use it to get around the lights. Yeah, it's a bummer. Like, we really don't like that. That's the thing. I don't mind people driving around. I frankly, I don't care if there was 100 cars going by out front at all times. As long as they're just chilling, right? Like, this road's a chill zone, so if you're chilling, I don't care. But if you're like all pissed off and like tailgating people because you're trying to race through the neighborhood, like, that's a bit much, dude. Like, it is a neighborhood. It is the kids. There's a school right there. There's a playground right there. There's a park right here. Like, you gotta be cognizant of that. Like, there's gonna be kids. A ball might end up in the road. Somebody's on their scooter. Boom, accident. Not paying attention, driving too fast, getting a phone call from scammers. You're getting a scam phone call during your live stream, right? So you never really know. Oh, I got another missed call. My God, they're hitting me hard today. I've gotten like 5 or 6 phone calls from these scammers. They want to I don't know. Maybe they just want my social security number. Like, that's a big deal, right? Yeah. Anyhow. Zip Gun's here. What's up, dude? Well, and I forgot. I was going to open up the green room today. And I have now, because what? I'm clicking the wrong button. What button should I be pushing? This button. Okay. All right. I'm in the green room on the Discord in case anybody needs to call in. If anybody needs to call in and you want to call in, it's all good, right? Zombie drummer. It's your crash money, bro. You better answer. Actually, you know what's funny? I was actually involved in a class action lawsuit, unbeknownst to me, that the company lost, and I actually got sent a check for some of my. So I have insurance and a bond for that I have to maintain for my business, right? And apparently, one of the places that was issuing my bond was illegally charging too high of rates. Unbeknownst to me, I didn't know because I just am like, you said it was this much. That's how much I pay, right? Really, when you get down to it, that's how it goes. And apparently, they had charged me $150 too much. So the Washington State, whoever, I forget which group it is, but the Washington State .gov/gov, they contacted me and they were like, well, look, you have this money sitting here. Do you want it? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go through the claim. I thought somebody had died and left some money, like some distant relative or something had died and had left some money, which I called my dad and was like, hey, did anybody die? And he was like, nah. And I was like, okay, well, I don't know what this is. Because if somebody had died on my mom's side, my mom would have 100% told me. My dad, not so much. You have to actually reach out and ask him a specific question of like, did someone die? Because if they had, they've apparently left me a small amount of money with the Washington State. But I looked it up, and it turns out it was an insurance company was charging me too much for my bond in case I was sued or whatever. Oh, my God, guys. Did I tell you about the skylight? Did I tell you about the skylight? Did I tell you guys about the skylight? I'm going to make a poll. Did I tell you about the... Did I tell you about the skylight? We'll find out. Hello. 100% forgot. It was Monday. It is Monday. We were trying to help Alyssa with her computer problems. I had a computer problem during the stream. There's a good part of the stream where just nothing happens. If you on later viewing, it's because the CPU, my GPU, my video card, was running at 99% for some reason and was getting super hot. And the only way I could figure out how to get it to calm down was to just turn the machine off and back on, and it worked. So there we are, We're right back to normal at our 43% on the CPU, and we're right back down to 27% on the GPU like normal. That's the normal numbers right over there, right there. Those are the normal numbers right down there. At the bottom, you can't see them. I'm reading them to you. Let's check our poll. So far, we only have 7 votes. We don't have enough votes yet. You guys if I put a poll up, you guys got to frantically vote. That's the rule, okay? There's a rule. Don't crash your car to vote. And, hey, you know what? Rumbust, he called it out. He had the Swedish kroner, 32.26 Swedish kroner on the GPU money. That's how many days I've been sober. 3,226, which equals exactly 8 years and 10 months. Which means if everything continues on, we'll be getting close to 9 years, which is going to be fucking sexy. It's going to be so sexy and unbelievable. Oh, it's going to be the sexiest thing if I go 9 years sober. I'm telling you. I'm going to get calls. I'm going to be getting calls from not crash money scammers, right? Oh my God, a bunch of people left. I irritated them. They left. Okay. We lost a lot of people. I don't know why. But yeah, it's going to be great. 9 is good. 9 is strong. That'll be strong. Rebecca's excited. Okay, good. Mine currently just shoot random shoots and steal from cabins. Or shoot random shots and steal from cabins. Wait, what happened? Last month, I had to stop one of my neighbors beating another neighbor with a pipe in my apartment complex. I don't want to know them. That doesn't sound good. I don't like that. That sounds a little crazy. I wonder what the dispute was about, or if it was an episode of psychosis. I mean, hard to say. This last month had made me worry about my neighbors as neighbors, but I also need to have a friendly fence line for fire season, so between a rock and a hard place. Oh, man. The older folks are great ones for showing up to community meetings. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm looking forward to meeting, talking with the neighbors, finding out what's going on, and just kind of getting a vibe, seeing what's going on, make some more connections with people, because the houses that are nearest us, we have met them. Like the house next door, she's awesome. The house right here, they're awesome. The house across the street, they're awesome. All three houses that are nearest to us, we have met them and we kind of know them. We're a first name basis, and we are first name basis, yeah. And yeah, that's going great. Like to expand that would be fantastic. It would be amazing. So hopefully we can continue to grow on this stuff, because my neighbor actually got a grant, a $5,000 grant to build 2 neighborhood signs. There's a local carpenter up the road who builds like finished furniture, and he's going to be building the 2 signs for welcome to the neighborhood. I'm not going to say the name of the neighborhood because creeps. That's why, because creeps. The internet people have proven themselves to be untrustworthy. That's why. Not all, but some. Not all, but some, right? Let's check the poll here. Oh my God, we only have 11 votes, guys. There's 38,000 people watching and only 11 people voted. This is ridiculous. Taking the piss. 11 votes, 82% say, no, I didn't tell you about the skylight. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Livingston Custom Fab says, it's crazy on the back roads. You can see the person start tailgating and getting more and more aggressive the closer they get to their turnoff. Yeah, actually, that's a weird thing. I always find that to be just kind of like, what's the deal, man? You know, like, we're all driving on the road. The rules are posted. You pass the test. You comprehend what is happening on the road. We're following the rules here. Why are you freaking out, dude? Like, why are you in your car losing your mind? It's a bit much. It's a bit much. And it just like it never leads to like a positive outcome. It's not like you're gonna get home faster or anything like that. So, and I get it. I've been frustrated on the road before, so I'm not, I'm not without fault for sure. But it just, man, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous sometimes. Okay, so maybe you guys didn't. Oh my God, somebody heard about the skylight. Oh my God, did anybody? Nobody. You guys, I do a poll so we can figure out if you guys have even figured out what's going on. But I don't know. I don't know. 12 votes. A lot of you said no. A couple of you said yes. I told you about the skylight. I don't know. Maybe we talked in person. Who knows? Okay. You guys remember we got the roof done. We bought the house. We had to get the whole roof done. It was incredibly expensive. We got it done. It took a while. Skylight. They didn't replace the skylight. The first interaction was, oh, I ordered the skylight. They never sent it. So we put your old skylight back up. Next interaction, waiting on the order, blah, blah, blah. Next interaction. Oh, those guys didn't send it, so I'm going to order it from somewhere else. Okay. Next interaction. Oh, they haven't sent it yet. Next interaction. Oh, they haven't sent it. I'm not sure what's going on. They haven't sent it. Okay, next interaction. Dude, what is going on? It's been months and months by this point, like what is going on? Oh, we'll issue you a refund for the cost of the skylight. No, you won't. Oh yeah, we'll just issue you a refund. Okay, then I'll get a bid to replace the skylight, and you can give us that amount of money. No, I'll give you the $300 back for the skylight. No, it's not going to cost $300 for somebody else to come put in a skylight. We can all agree on that. We're adults. I'll get a bid, and you can pay. You can actually directly pay the other company to do the skylight if you want. I don't care. I don't need to be the middleman here. I just need the skylight done, which we paid for, and you took the money, and you have the money. right? This job's just not done because you haven't done the skylight yet. Then the next interaction is like, oh, well, I've been on vacation a lot. I'm trying to buy the company from the owner. So, like things it's kind of a little up in the air right now. It's like, all right, fine. Then where's the owner? So we call and get the owner's number. Call and talk to the owner. The owner is a very old man, drives all the way out here, climbs up on the roof, measures it himself, goes back to doing what he's doing. And he's like, okay, we'll get it figured out. Then we don't hear from him for a couple of weeks. So we finally reach out to him again. Finally, the Hispanic guy who actually did all of the roof himself drove out here to take a look. And he's like, huh. Okay. And then he leaves and comes back, a while later. Another day, I think. 2 days. And he's like, can I go up on the roof to remeasure again? I just want to make sure. So he goes up there, measures, and he comes back down. Hey, I have that skylight in my truck that should fit up there. Can I put it on? And apparently Vicky was like, yeah. The guy was here for half an hour. Put the new skylight in and left. Which leads me to believe that they have had the skylight this whole time. I'm guessing that they ordered it when they did the job 9 months ago. And it's probably been at their shop this whole time, out of the way. And once they finally reached to actually talk to the guy who did the roofing job 9 months later or whatever, he was like, yeah, we have that skylight. It's been in the warehouse this whole time. Should I take it out there? That's my guess. If I had to wager a guess, I'd put money on that. Damn, I'll buy my own skylight and just put the damn thing in. Oh, no. We paid for this job to be done and completed. So if I paid for a job to be completed, it's going to get done. Right? Like the job's either going to get done or somebody else is going to do it. And those people will be paid. I know that the guy was trying to buy the company, so I talked to him, was like, I'll put a lien on it. All I got to do is got to call the lawyer, put a lien on it. You won't be able to buy the company until you get this resolved, So it's all pretty basic stuff, but super goofy nonsense. But moral of the story is it worked out in the end, and everything was okay. So big pain in the butt. But once again, this has been the last year. Huge pain in the ass, and then it works out. I don't know why. This is how things have been for the last year for me. I don't know about you guys, but that's legit how everything has been. Insane, wacky, nonsensical stuff going on, and then it just works out in the end. So every time you say Swedish krona, it sounds like you say crooner, so I envision a Scandinavian Mel Torme. True. I'm envisioning the exact same thing, Zip. So, believe it. Jacksonville has 2 interstate highways and 1 beltway. Almost all travel, unless very local, is by highway. Yeah, we have like a couple freeways and stuff like that. It's not Western Washington is not that complicated. There's a big road that goes north and south. There's a big road that goes east and west, and then there's a bunch of other roads around. But yeah, like it's just people like I said, around here they're trying to avoid the traffic signal up there that gets backed up. It gets backed up, especially in the afternoon, because there will be trains at 5 p.m., right? Like beginning of rush hour, there'll be a train. The other day, I got off the freeway at 5:05. I was super stoked because I was making it home at like just a little bit after 5, and there was a super long coal train full of what looks like coal, right? Train cars full of coal. And so we proceeded to sit there for probably an extra 15 minutes something like that. It wasn't crazy, but it's a bummer. But the whole time, cars are just stacking up because they can't go through. To go over to their homes, wherever their homes are, over there, that way, wherever, around. Whereas the next freeway exit, like 2 miles up or whatever, the train goes under. The train goes under the freeway exit there. So, it doesn't get stopped up like that. Although it is quite busy up there too. So, I avoid the highway if I can, especially after late shifts. People get tired and cranky, and I'm tired and cranky. Yeah, pretty much to like get around here, you got to hit some kind of highway, byway, freeway, whatever. You got to hit something to move around. So, if you go the back roads, if you know where you're going, you can make a reasonable amount of time, but it's still going to take a long time. Much longer than driving on the freeway, that's for sure. Freeway is a straight shot generally, so it's kind of your best bet more often than not. It's crazy. I already read that. Did you tell us? I mean, you have mentioned the skylight, and there is an issue with it. Yeah, yeah. The stupid skylight drama was... So our old skylight, while it was in reasonably good shape, it had some discoloring and it had some issues with it, and it was like, if you replace the roof, replace the skylight. Why, like, the expectation is that you shouldn't have to do anything to the roof for the next 30 years, 25 years, whatever. It has a 30-year warranty. You shouldn't have to do anything to the roof for the next 25, 30 years. And that skylight, if it was going to be up there for another 25, 30 years, it's probably going to be the issue with some kind of leak or whatever, right? So it's best to replace it the same time you replace the roof. All the sealing, the caulking, the flashing, all that crap to all get done at the same time. And then that's how old this thing is. That's how old that is. It's all the same age. So moving forward, you kind of like have a good idea of what you should be relying on. Now, I told you guys about the old rats in the attic. We have an attic space. It's not a usable attic space. It's just for insulation. That's basically it. And wiring. Wiring and insulation and HVAC, right? So we got the air ducts, which one thing is actually pretty nice here. I do have to admit, all of the air ducts and everything come from the ceiling here. You don't have the stupid floor. You don't have the stupid floor penetration with the vents, the venting, the air going in and out. The air comes from the ceiling here. I like that. I don't know if that's beneficial or not, but I like it better than it coming from the floor. I don't know why, but I do. And so that's good. But that's all our attic is for. And it had been overrun with rats many years ago. Many years ago, there had been rats up in there. And then the previous owners covered that up with insulation. And at some point, when they did all the remodel and stuff, they mitigated all of the holes. There's no more activity up there, but there had been a bunch of rats living in all that old insulation. And then the guy that sold us the house, he did blow-in insulation over the top of all of that. And so the real question remains of like, how healthy is that? How healthy or how good is that and whatnot? We did get it tested by a couple of companies. They said everything is dry, nothing is new, so you should be fine. It's not a big deal, but it should get redone because it's not the way it's supposed to be. So next week, that is happening. As I mentioned before, I can do pretty much most jobs, but I don't have a crew, right? So when a job gets to a certain size, it becomes untenable to just do everything by yourself. It would be one thing if I didn't have a job. Like if I was unemployed, I could probably spend the next week and a half or something like that redoing the whole attic, getting everything torn out, getting all the old stuff out, putting on the suit, getting that big vacuum thing. I'd have to rent equipment, that kind of stuff. I don't have all that stuff. But it still would be a lot of work. So next week the crew shows up and they are going to go through the whole entire attic, re-insulate, to R60, I believe. After taking out all the old stuff, spraying, checking, filling any cracks, voids, taking all of the air vents off, reconnecting, refabricating all of those connections for all of the vents, cleaning, doing a bunch of stuff, and putting all the new stuff in. Rebecca says I did the green fiber in the walls and ceiling, and it's brilliant. Yes, that's what's going to be going up in there. There's green fiber. It's a lot easier to work around. So anytime I go up there in the future, if I got to be moving around wire, pulling wire, putting in new lights or whatever, whatever the wife wants me to do, then we'll be able to accomplish that without completely losing our minds. So, it'll work out. It'll work out, guys. So we'll be okay. We'll get there slowly but surely. Get all these things done. Very costly, though. It's a very, very big, pretty penny. But like I said, you got to get done to protect our investment here. This house was not cheap, and it would be really stupid to let it rot from the inside out, right? Alyssa says, I start at the same time every day. It says my route will take 19 minutes. Then people drive like dummies in front of me, and now it's going to take me 25 minutes. Yeah, the ever-changing traffic. Oh, yeah. Hey, we got to do the membership. We're on a membership drive. I don't know if we're on a membership drive, but last week we had some gifted memberships. We had some other things happening, and we went up to 94 memberships. Over the week, we went up to 95 memberships. Rebecca Lowry re-upped their membership earlier today, and since they're in the chat, we can mention it. Shout out to Rebecca for coming back to becoming a member to 96, right? So we're at 96 members, which means we're 4 members short, getting into the triple digits. Patreon, we had a slight problem. I don't know what happened. Somebody's credit card probably expired or something. We're down to 99 over there. So we're back into double digits on both. We're no longer in the triple digit club. It is what it is, guys. And we'll hopefully return back to the triple digit club in the future. But as it is right now, that's where we're at. Why would you want to become a member? You could become a member and you'll get into our Discord community, amongst some other perks of being able to have 24-hour access, conversations, questions, being able to post things, to ask questions of other members. You can post pictures. You can post things about your aquarium to figure out what's going on. If you had questions about other stuff, like, hey, why is my GPU? Why is my graphics card overheating? Whatever it is, we talk about all sorts of stuff there. From with our stuff, our channels look like this: general, news, politics, video creation, art subjects, live stream, memes, tank review, project corner, thrift shop, books worth reading, music, sci-fi, fantasy, gaming. We have a poll channel, and we also have voice channels and other stuff that you guys could check out. Otherwise, you also get a badge and a green name in the chat, and everybody knows that you're a radical member on here, and they love you to death, and they will give you kisses and think you're powerful and better. They'll think you're better looking. That, as far as I know, every time someone has announced that they're a member of the Corvus Oskin channel, here's the thing. People have said, holy crap, they look so much prettier than they did before. So much better looking. A lightness, a glow, a beauty. It comes from within, right? And their minds are blown, and they just can't even hardly handle it. They get all goose pimples. They get goose pimples all over their body. Memberships are unaffected as far as the revenue goes on the channel. One of the reasons I say, hey, become a member is because that, whether YouTube or some other company decides to claim that I didn't make the advertising revenue, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, you could have a song or something that somebody makes a claim on it, and then they get that money from your channel, from the thing that you made. Memberships need not apply to that. So if you're trying to help fund me traveling around making videos about stuff, as a matter of fact, yesterday I met with a local person that does local gardening projects, which is going to tie into some of the gardening project videos and stuff that'll be coming out this summer. With the stuff that we're working on here, there will also be a local thing that you guys can all go to if you want. It'll be at the Evergreen Fairgrounds in Monroe, Washington on April 29th, and it is the Master Gardeners, whatever the F it's called. What is it called? Master Gardener in Washington State Fairgrounds. What is this thing called? Home and Garden Show? No. Master Gardeners. What is this thing called? What is this called? There's a name for it. I don't know what it's called. I'll find out more information. You got time to figure it out. April 29th at the Evergreen State Fairgrounds in Monroe, Washington. You guys can come out there. I'll be there. Vicky will be there. My daughter will be there, so don't abduct her. Don't abduct my daughter. That's not cool. Okay? Not cool. It's not cool. We can't make another one, okay? We tried. We can't. We were denied by the doctors. They say, hey, we have to force Vicky into menopause because of her breast cancer. So we couldn't. Luckily, we were able to produce one lovely daughter together, and we're blessed because of that. But we can't do another one. So now maybe we'll adopt. I don't know. But don't force my hand. Don't force my hand. Don't abduct my daughter. Okay? I'll go Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson's, right? Yeah. Anyhow. Skog Shrimpson stuff. Okay. Gifted 5 memberships, which means we're going to immediately move into the triple digits, right? 101, right? Is that right? Or should I do a capital 0 or a capital O? Oh, does it look the same? Oh, it does. It displays as the same. Well, that's weird. Watch. If I take a capital O and replace it with a 0, it looks exactly the same up there. Okay. Well, that's a render thing that we should all remember about. That's all very important that you guys should know that. Anyhow, we've gone up to 101 members. And then Livingston Custom Fabs, who I need to talk to about a project, has gifted 5 memberships also, which is extraordinarily generous. Just put us to 106 members. Oh, my God. Okay, we're at 106, guys. What do we do now? What's our next goal? What's our next goal? You guys have to tell me what the next goal is. Who was gifted a membership? We're going to have to shout them out to see if they ever show up. Gardaki's Playground, where's your comment? Turnings Enigma, Silver Creek Aquatics, Kathos, Dean Groves, Legion Aquatics, 187 Ghost 187, who I think they were in the chat earlier, right? Were they in the chat earlier? No. Useless scrolling. Okay, either way. Outbout, Mario's Alexandru, Spo RQ. I don't know what that means. That one's weird. Anyhow, I should at least see some chats from you guys, right? Rebecca Lowry says 120. 120 is our next goal. Okay, our next goal is 120. Here comes the snow finally, maybe. G-Bear, please take mine. So much snow still. Yeah, luckily, I think we've gotten through our cold snap here. It was a few weeks there. What's our what's my zip code? I don't even know what my zip code is anymore. Did I get that right? Yeah. Oh, God, I got it right this time. I've been inverting 2 of the numbers in my brain for some reason. I don't know why. It's been effing up some documents and paperwork and things. It looks like we're beyond the cold snap. Okay, we've got another night of freezing. 2 more nights of freezing. I mean, I guess maybe I don't know. I guess we're just stuck. I guess we'll just be stuck freezing forever. It's March, and we're still going to have frozen nights. So, I guess if you're excited for the snow, shout out. I mean, I guess if there was a big snow event, I would probably be excited for it, but it was just like piss rain and cold. You know, it was doing the thing where it was snowing, but the snow wasn't sticking on anything, so it was like rainy, wet on the ground. And then, but it was snow falling from the sky. It was doing that for a week and a half. I don't know. Yeah. We're getting up to 12-inch of probably wet, heavy snow tonight through Wednesday. Yikes. Yikes. The wet snow's the worst, dude. That's the thick, gloppy, gloopy, sloshy, gross snow. That's not good. That's the worst. Like, get a crisp. Get some crisp snow. That's my jams. I don't like the wet stuff. I don't like it when it's all wet and damp. I guess that's what it is. I don't like the cold dampness. Cold dampness bugs me. Who was it? Just Bob showed up. Okay, I already read that. Okay. I saw Just Bob comment there, and I was like, what? But I already read it. So I was like, what? I already read that. Okay. Yeah. Skog shrimp and stuff, such BS. I'm not there, but I'm worried about my greenhouse. The plastic rips, and it will just disintegrate. Yeah, I had that temporary, what do you call it, carport? You know, it's like the poles and the tarp. I had a temporary carport, which I had all my wood drying under it. And first we had that crazy windstorm. I don't even know what you call that. What's the windstorm out of nowhere? Windstorm out of nowhere is called... What is that called? When it just comes flying out of nowhere. A derecho. Yeah, we had like the derecho thing. Where it was like derecho, right? Yeah. We had that happen, and just like out of nowhere, we had like 60-mile-an-hour winds for like 6 hours or something. And that was the first hit to the temporary garage. Even though I had it staked down, it went flying. Buck wild. And it kind of got a little funky. And then so I put it back, and then we started getting this torrential downpours of rain, which sort of, because the derecho had thrown it into the air and slammed it down on the ground, and it was a little out of whack. There were a couple spots that were collecting all this crazy rainwater, right? So I go out and like push them out with the tarp, like, okay, clear them off, kind of retie that thing. Then we get this big snowfall and freeze, and it was wet first, and then it snowed a bunch and then froze on there. So I had like this super thick frozen layer, and then it tacoed part of that thing. So I went out and we fixed it, and then we had to fix the temporary chicken. And, oh my God, it was just over and over again. Eventually we just gave up and like put the tarp over the wood, and then threw a bunch of wood on top of the tarp and just threw all the poles into a pile. I was like, this is stupid, trying to keep rebuilding this thing over and over again. And it just disintegrated, and it was stupid, and it was honestly, it worked for what we wanted it to do. It was a temporary chicken enclosure for the chicken run, because you basically don't want your chickens out there in the mud bog, scratching around in the mud, getting all muddy and wet and gross. So we had used that as our chicken run temporarily, and then since then we've built the semi-temporary permanent situation over there on the other side of the yard. So we got them moved, and we got that done, but we were going to use the temporary garage, the temporary carport, to keep all the wood drying from all the wood milling, and that just has been a disaster. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, just pretty stupid, realistically. It's designed to take a pretty heavy snow load, curved lean too. But vinyl I had this year had been out of the fold areas are weak, and our wind is strong too. Yeah, it's just been nonsense. I don't know. It's been a weird year. It's been just a weird year. I'm jealous you're getting less than me. The zombie drummer. What did the zombie drummer say? We only have the wet stuff here in New England. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the cold crisp. I don't like the wet snow. So once it's breached, the wind peels it like a grape. Yeah, that's true. If you get snow load on any kind of situation like that, where you have like a greenhouse with that, the vinyl, the plastic, or whatever kind of tarping you got on there, it's probably not going to hold up too well to the test of time. So my plan is to not do that with the greenhouse. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to do the sides in this this vinyl wrap I got a while ago that is it's braided, but it's clear so that the sun can get through. It works pretty good. I'm going to do a double layer of that around the exterior of the greenhouse, and then not the roof. I'm going to build a roof. So, yeah, should be good. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll suck. Maybe I'm an idiot and I'll build it all stupid. Like a dummy. It's possible. It has happened. So it could happen again. What would be a good sun lamp for, like, goldfish? A sun lamp? Wait, you mean like goldfish in a pond? Oh, you mean like goldfish in an indoor pond would be my guess. Oh, hold on. Oh, cool. It's where is it? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. It's very similar to this one, but I have no idea what brand this is. Let's see. Where's the butter? This is like very similar to what yeah, but I don't know who this brand is. So it's questionable. But it's like this. This guy. Here, I'll send you the Amazon link and then it'll kind of put you in the direction. These little there's these hydroponic lights on Amazon. And by the way, for the Federal Trade Commission, I'm going to have to tell you guys, I share Amazon links. I'm an Amazon affiliate. I get a kickback if you guys go through my Amazon links to go buy stuff on Amazon. You don't have to. Do whatever you want. You don't have to do any of that. But if you want to go buy stuff at Amazon and you want the advertising money to go to me, then feel free. If not, then you don't. No pressure. I don't care. I appreciate it if you do, but I don't care if you don't. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. Just so you know, I do get a kickback. Anyhow, those pendant lights like that are pretty decent for something these days in comparison to other products that are out there. And one of the reasons for that, a lot of people will use, a corded lamp that just has a screw bulb, which you can do that yourself if you already have the fixture. If you don't have the fixture, I just recommend to get one of these like built a specific pendant hanging light that actually just goes over to supply a good amount of sunlight that looks natural without having it be the crazy pink and purple insanity that the crazy disco grow lights, which just are not even favorable to be around at all. I don't like being around those lights. I don't think it's legit. I don't like it. I get that a lot of people do that, but I don't like it. I just don't. So those pendant lights are kind of the way to go because you have a UL tested situation that's just going to be legit, whereas you got sort of screw bulb and a weird thing and a clip and a hanging and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, build them into an aquaponics system. Yes, that would be ultimately the best thing to do, which I will be I will be doing some of that stuff here in the future. I don't know when. A lot of it boils down to like memberships and stuff like that, right? You know, if I can get this channel rolling again and we get enough income coming in, then the sky's the limit. But if I'm kind of stuck with, you know, working 50 hours a week on this, dealing with my kid, doing a live stream, doing that kind of stuff, I mean, I got some comments just last night from people that were like, oh, I hadn't realized why you'd left the fish community or whatever. And it's like, I haven't left. I've been doing live streams every week this whole time. And I thought that was just kind of interesting that for a lot of people, like their perception is like, oh, he just left the fish community. He just doesn't do fish videos. He doesn't do anything like that anymore. Let me see. Let me find this comment so I don't rephrase it. Here we go. I'll read it straight to you. From Randall. Says, glad I found this. It explains so much of why you disappeared from the aquarium videos. Loved your aquarium plant profiles. Hope everything finally settles down so you can relax. Sounds like you deserve it. Man. And, you know, there's a couple other like that, but that does sort of explain it, right? There's actually a bunch of other ones that are very similar to that. But like the reality is like I didn't go anywhere. I've been here, but there's a lot of people that just have no reason to click onto a live stream because they're like, I don't know, it's like an hour long or whatever. Now I listen to live streams all the time. I don't watch them. I just wear headphones and I listen to them on 1.5 speed, 1.175 speed. I just listen to this kind of stuff all day long. So it does appeal to me because like I'm listening to things that are going on. But for a lot of people, they're like, dude, it's like an hour long. It's like 2 hours long. I don't have time for that. And I'm like, you know, I work a job where I can just listen to headphones and work on, you know, cutting wood all day and stuff like that and sanding things and screwing wood together and doing all the wiring and stuff like that I'm just doing. So I get it that the content's not there for people, but the reality is like I will get to be making more produced content. I have to get to a spot where we can actually do that. And like right now, one of the biggest problems is like my studio is in my daughter's playroom, right? Look at that. There's a tea kettle right back there and some shelves just laying in a pile. Like I've got office stuff back there in boxes. Alyssa actually helped me move those boxes right there into the pod. Alyssa actually physically helped move those into the pod. Right there, those boxes. Her and Justin actually helped. Big, amazing help, by the way. And what are the words? So as we kind of progress through the year here, and I get the office going, and I get the space where I can actually like work on things a little more readily without like the interaction of my daughter constantly being in here. We'll be moving forward and we'll be making more videos and stuff like that. So, but you know, the thing is, I mentioned it last week and people are like, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's like, what the hell, man, this guy's crazy. But I was like, dude, if we had 2,000 members or whatever, I would just be working on making videos all the time. That's constantly what I would be doing. That's it. You know, so simple as that. That's what I would be doing. Versus pondfish, rather. Nice plan. I found out that waiting for it is going to be beyond me. The waiting. Just got to do. But that's part of my plan. Small wall aquaponic systems for homesteaders versus aquarium, or homesteaders using aquarium fish versus pond fish. So rather than tilapia or some other food fish, they get a psychological benefit from the fish. And I don't mean a little tray on top of the tank. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I understand the reality of like doing versus not doing. But there's just the amount of stuff I can get done in a day, and along with everybody else, where you got work, you got kids, you got all this stuff. I mean, I try to have realistic expectations of everything that I can, and even with like work projects, everything adds up throughout the week, right? All of the stuff that you got to do on this day, that day, or if you have to like go work on a different project for a day or two or whatever, like it pushes those timelines around. And I just try to have realistic expectations with all timelines, and I try to have realistic expectations from myself with timelines too. I have one feeder goldfish that I thought looked way too cool to allow to be turtle Oscar food. Yeah. All right, guys. It is 2:50 in the afternoon, which means we're gonna kind of wrap up for today because I gotta get a thing going by 3:00. So I'm gonna get that rolling, and whatever it is none of your business. You'll find out later. So don't feel like you're on the outside. You will later be on the inside. Zip Gun, the last comment on the end here says, my current position has me closing my store most shifts. It is not a good schedule for me, and I struggle getting things done on my off time. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Is like, you guys know I get up at 4, I head off to work. Actually, I get up at 4, I come and answer my emails, I check on what's going on for the week, I try to, source materials, find out where things are, if they're available at this store or that store, or if I have to get them shipped or whatever. I do all that stuff early morning. I get, then I go and I get dressed. I load up my truck with all my tools. I head off to work. I get into work by 6:00, generally speaking, if not earlier than that. Oftentimes I get there like 5:30. Work till about 4 in the afternoon. Then I head home. And then I make dinner at 5:00. Have dinner. By 6:15, we go to bath time. Bath time is optimistically a half an hour. 45 minutes normally. Then it is 7:00. That means that it is Olivia's bedtime, so we got to do bedtime, which, in adult terms, bedtime is like 5 minutes where you go brush your teeth, wash up a little bit, and then you go and you climb into bed and you're in bed. With the 4-year-old, it's completely different. It could be an hour easily, but then by then it's 8:00. By 8:00, it's getting ready to wind down for me to go to bed, right? I got to be in bed by 10:00 to get like 6 hours of sleep. Sometimes it's 10:30. Sometimes it's 9:30. Sometimes it's 9. Sometimes it's verging on 11. But got to get in bed, got to get some sleep, and then it's the next day. So, yeah. Like that's kind of how my days look, and I always think like, yeah, I'm gonna get home and I'm gonna get a couple hours in on this project, and it's like, no, I'm not. I'm literally gonna get home and make dinner, and then the bath time, and then the bedtime, and all that stuff, and that's how that's gonna go. And then by then it's too late to start hanging sheetrock or something. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the reality of my week. It's just how it looks, and that's how it is. So I understand. I currently getting like one part of a weekend day to work on this project, and then a part of Monday, right? So we're coming along. We're doing well, and things are moving on up. I'm gonna hang up on the green room because nobody called in today. Okay, there we go. If people don't call in, I'm not gonna go to the green room anymore. That's the rules from here on out. All right, bye.